Evening chaps, how are we all doing? So, back again, as they say. I'll whoop round onto that camera and we'll see where we're at. Move out of the way. Evening fans, Paul and News so far. How you doing? Good to see you. There's two on Facebook, but I can't see who they are. And there's a few others on YouTube, but I can't see who they are either. So, it is what it is. So here's my tank so far, where we're at, where we left off last time. All good. Looking smart, I guess, for a tank. And my little base that I use now and again, just to play with photographs and stuff. So I'll move that out of the way. So, main thing is at the minute, is these little figures. And the jerry can. Hi Johnny. Yeah, last week it was a bit crazy, so I never got around to being live, but I do try my best to be live when I can. And work got in the way and just other stuff. It is what it is, as they say. Right, so when we glued these figures together, there was a few little bits that will need filing. So I'm just going to use a few of these little needle tip files and get rid of some of this seam line stuff. That we don't need before I attempt to start trying to paint and make some resemblance of a figure. It's the only thing I don't like with figures is the fact that they always seem to have that mould line all the way around the damn things on little figures. Yeah, work gets away, definitely does, mate. I was doing back shift like normal, and then during the week I had to go in and do day shift. So look at that. I mean, that's a big old seam line. Let me just show you that, if you can see that. Can you see that seam line? Look at that. You see it right across the whole body there. And that's not me gluing it together, that's how it's moulded in the kit. It's a big old seam line there, that's for sure. So I'm just giving, you know, trying to, I'm never going to get rid of it all, but not without risking damaging detail on it. But if I can get rid of the majority of it, so it takes your eye off it, that'll do me. Evening, John. How you keeping, pal? Well, I hope. Give it a little rub like that. I'm going to start off with these files and then I'm going to see how it is. Take it from there. Quite bad, actually. It's the only downfall in the whole kit, to be honest with you. I don't even know if there's a way around it for the manufacturer, but the age of the kit, I don't think they really care. It's just annoying more than anything. Mix that up a minute. Stay there. In a moment. Got the little tiny detail bits, so figure painting. Hate figure painting. One of my things I'm just not very good at, shall I say. How is Sue? Haven't seen her for a while. No idea, buddy. I've not. Paul, first time I've seen anyone for a while. Paul will know. Is she well, Paul? Or is she not well? The opposite. I've not seen anybody online for ages. Now you're back, Muse. How you doing? Right. We'll see how that goes. I think it kind of stands out still because obviously where I've been filing, the plastic has gone a different colour, but I think I managed to get it on that. Next orange, it won't do it. It needs to do itself. So we've got another seam on this little fella. All these little figures seem to have a seam on them. So the kit's so nice. It's actually a real shame that there's that many seam lines on the figures. I guess this is where like aftermarket figures would have come in better. You know, something resin printed was like the full kind of thing. Roasting hot, unmentionables. Yeah, it's very hot here as well. Been absolutely roasting. We've hardly had any rain for a couple of weeks, and it is just scorching out there. Which I'm quite glad that I'm in here, to be honest, because it's a little bit cooler. Fred, is there any news on the fire at Trim Railway Station? Oh, no idea, Graham. Didn't know there was one, pal. That's a shame. I've not really been online much, really. So, not been keeping up with everything that's been going on. Another big old seam line there. I like the seam lines on these. So, not the most exciting bit of bench time, I'm afraid. But we need rid of these lines. So, it's annoying because it's right up the ribs of his clothing as well. All down his side there. What's that? She's fine, thanks. Moaning about the heat. Haha. Cool. As long as she's okay. With me now working Sundays, I don't really get to see you all much now, like I used to, which is a shame, but I do watch the catch-up videos when I get a chance. So, let's see if there's any more lines. There you go. That's a little bit better anyway. They're a little bit more cleaner than what they were. And then I've got the old jerry can as well. I kind of want the seam on the jerry can, but not too obvious. It's a bit too high up at the minute. Now, evening pans up. So there's our three figures, a little bit cleaned up, a little bit more than what they were. There we go. And a jerry can, so we'll give it a shot. Give me a minute and I'll find out. No worries. So, jerry can first. I'm guessing, I shouldn't really guess, I should look, shouldn't I? I'm assuming, which is normally like not a good thing to do. I would assume that the jerry can will be a green. Just trying to find my instruction sheet. There we go. See what colour it says on here. And it doesn't tell you. Right. Go on in, Panzer. You're here. You're only here for a few minutes. Jerry can on the Chieftain. Same green as the Chieftain, I guess, where they spray the whole thing in one go, huh? That's not that. That's not that. Dark green, yeah, no worries. Right, so do you think I should do it a slightly darker green than the rest of the tank to make it stand out just that little bit? Or go with the colour that the actual tank is? Do you know what I'm saying? Should I go with the tank colour itself or go slightly darker so it stands out a little bit more when it's in the basket there? What do you guys reckon? I can go darker than that, just slightly. I could go like an olive drab, which that's the olive drab, which is actually darker than that green, but not too dark, but it will just make it stand out just a little bit. That would be kind of my theory behind it. Or do you think I should go proper dark and go a different green altogether? Let me have a look. I've got loads of greens, so I've got like a German dark green there. You can see that, which is a lot darker still. That's the green of the tank, and I've got that darker green. I would go with a lighter green myself. The tanks are repainted regularly and the fuel veins get used and abused. So a lighter green than an 8A green. Okie dokie. Right, so olive gel can go there. That one can go there. I've got Vietnam green, Israeli green, slightly lighter green. I want to go sky. What about kind of that green? It's a kind of yellowy kind of green. I don't know about that. It would stand out, I suppose. And it's the tonal differences. So that's what that one's the one that the tank's in. I think that's too light. Or a custom mix green. Suppose I could maybe do a little bit of that one, a little bit of this and some of this, mix it together and give a completely different tone. Because the mil specs are the same properties inside it, so you can mix and play around with mil specs. Mix those two colours. Yeah, no worries. We'll go with that. So it's only a tiny little thing, so see if I can. All good, mate. All good. Right. So what I'm going to do, put some of this lighter green in. Maybe a little bit of wastage, but it's worth it. Get this darker one. Kind of going more light than the dark. Right. The old sprue. Give that a little mix. Any use on the men's shed? Yes, it's open, but it's limited numbers at the moment due to regulations and whatnot. If you go on the Garnet Valley Men's Shed Facebook page, it will tell you how to contact and visit. If you want to come to the Friday evening club, which is 6 till 8 o'clock, you can just come and turn up. You don't need to book anything, and I'll be there to welcome you if you'd like to come. That's on a Friday, and if you want to see more about the time and whereabouts it is, you can have a look on the Garnet Valley Men's Shed Modelers page, and it will tell you there whereabouts we are and pop along on a Friday evening, 6 till 8 o'clock. Hi Sarah. Right, so we've got this wonderful kind of panzer green, as in panzer coing green, coning or whatever you want to call it, coning. So that's Panzer's special mix that he's just got me to make up, which is a different green to what the tank is for sure. And I think by the time I've done this, and then a little bit of dry brushing to pick out details, it should look good and make it pop. Of daytime, right? I won't be there on daytime. Daytime's Tuesday and Thursday, 10 till 4, and you'll meet my good friend Steve, and he'll keep you right. So Panzer, there you go. There's my jerry can. It's just a different green to the tank, and there you go. Well, you can see that, but it's a different green. By the time it's grubbied up a little bit, and a bit of dry brushing and what have you, I think that'll look spot on. You're all good? Awesome. Good stuff. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, Graham, just you go on, send me a message on Facebook and I'll send you a link to the model club, to the men's shed, and we shall sort it out from there, buddy. There's a guy you need to phone to make an appointment to visit at the moment. Hi Wendy, how are you? It's absolutely roasting out there. Now the sun's moved around to this end, I can feel it through the window. That'll be dry in a minute. Right. Now we've got to get these figures started. We've got our lovely little jerry can there. Like so. Pop that there. So, figures. As I like to airbrush everything, I think I'm going to be better just to paint the main colour first, as best I can. The ability I've got, and take it from there. But that's what you get for groping the sun. I tell you, at work, oh my word, it's so warm. It's like in a big metal shed kind of thing. Hardly any breeze. It gets really stifling sometimes. So I'm just making my little sticky sticks like I normally do. And Muse is back again. Is that your Nicky Knocky Noras and all washed now? There you go. I just use a bit of upside down masking tape on a stick, and it just holds that there to do what you got to do. Hanging that on. Chap there on the radio or whatever he's doing. Black overalls as used by the Royal Tank Regiment. Black. There you go. Black overalls. Are they overalls? He's got a belt round his waist, so I would imagine that it's top and trousers. I would imagine. I'm not saying it is. It does look kind of black on here, to be honest with you. And they have got black berets on as well. I don't know if you see that. So it is a kind of black there, yeah. So I don't really want to go matte black. Yes, the RTE black overalls saves you painting greens. Yeah. Right. So I want a black, but I don't want to use like black. You know what I'm saying? If anyone knows what I'm talking about, there's more than one kind of black. So I'm just thinking. You'll like this one. I've got a Panzer black. You think that's too grey, I think? 2 seconds. Right. Rubber black. That's what I want. I suggest a bit very, very dark grey. I don't know if the one in Troon or Irving's open yet, mate. They've not got back to me to tell me that it is. So on that, I would assume that the Troon and Irving one's not open yet. As far as I know, locally in our Ayrshire area, that it's only ours that's open at the moment. But I could be wrong. I don't know 100%. Yeah, rubber black, that's what I'm going for. Black rubber tyre black. It's like a grey black. Just a slightly different black to the rest of the model. And again, I can't open the bottle. There you go. Got it. No worries, Panzer. Cheers, buddy. I'll catch you again, no doubt. There we go. There. We've got a little chap there, black now. Once it's dry, it'll be a matte finish. So when you stick the two together, you can see the difference there. So it should be good. Evening, Patrick. So my theory is paint all this awkward colour. Well, not awkward, but paint the base colour, you know, what most of it's going to be. And then pick out the details and do the other colours or whatever's necessary after. There we go. Oh, easy, right, a black now. All good. Stop getting paint all on me. Iraqi sand colour for a tan. The one there done. But a bit of dry brushing will finish it off. Yeah, definitely. Bit of dry brushing on the uniform. Paint the faces. It's going to be very basic face painting. I am not a figure painter by any means, and it's just not my cup of tea. What I tend to do is I go with like a brown colour, and then not a brown colour, sorry, like a flesh tone pink. A little humble paints. I can't remember what number it is. You'll see. Now, the other good thing is when you got an airbrush, Make sure nothing's coming out of the airbrush. No cleaner, no nothing. And then if you blow the air on the paint, it just dries it for me quicker. Make sure that it's right. No need for a ton of detail on something so small. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's more about the tank, isn't it? I guess. Than the actual figures. But I'm obviously I'm a member of a lot of things, and when I see some of them figures, you know, where they're about that size, and the guys that do it, it's like, wow, you know, the detail in it is unbelievable. Got some silly notification coming up there. It's nothing to do with what I'm doing, so it's a wait. Right, jerry can. We'll leave that a minute. Right, flesh tone colour. I tend to use, whatever it is, Humbrol 61. Got a little bit in there still. Humbrol 61. Fleshy pink colour. I find that does me for the little times that I actually get to use it. I find it's an okay colour. You can tone it down a little after, but it's a fleshy kind of colour. So that is the colour I shall be using. A little tiny paintbrush. That's 10-0. So now I'm going to need to use a magnifying glass for this bit, because I am blind as a bat. And my hands shake and everything, so seriously. You have to excuse these lovely, wonderful children in the background. But my missus has decided that we'll have our niece's kids around. And as delightful as they are, as you can hear, they're very noisy also. Ah, that is what all the screaming is. Their mum's here to pick them up, and they don't want to go. I need a smaller one. Guy's looking dodgy as anything at the minute, by the way. I'd be more scared of this guy than I would be the tank. The way he's looking. Oh my word. Whose bright idea is it to do figures? Right. Hello, it's in down time. There you go. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera. There you go. Maybe on that one better. No. Right, that's the best you're going to get it. There, like that. Oh, hi Annette, how are you? Sorry, I just seen you there in the bottom corner. So he looks rather, his face looks rather too clean like this, isn't it? But what I'll do is, once we're finished on this live tonight, I'll try and take some photos of the little chaps, and you'll get to see him a little bit clearer than what this camera will show. That's me kind of being a bit brave, because obviously you can see everything on the photographs. My gosh. Yeah, I built kinetic 148 scale. No, I've not, pal. A little touch up there on the ear defenders, whatever they are, radio bits, but that's fine. I'll get that. That'll do him. Is his hands? Yeah. So his hands are as well. I thought there might be gloves. but they're not. And oh, touch his uniform there a little bit, but a couple of little touch ups that he's done. Oh, touch his uniform again. The joys of having shaky hands, huh? Man, see my good friend Ron. Got a lot to answer for with this kit. Yeah. Right, so I've got his hands done, right, but there is a little bit of touching up because I've got a bit of the pink on his uniform there, as you can see. So, yeah, well, it is what it is. I'll get that touched up after. Mine has LED, yeah. Hi, Dave. Hi, David. How you doing? Good to see you, pal. So, one more figurehead. We've got just enough time. And then I'll do a little touching up. I'm good. Got Mum here. She's watching too. Oh, hi, Annette's Mum. How you doing? Good to see you. Or good to know you're watching. Whatever way you want to look at it. I can't really see you, obviously. But always good. Should get her building models in it. That's what you should do. Get her building something. Sure, there must be something out there with all the different engineers or models that you can build. There surely must be something that maybe get your mum's attention and get her into the hobby. It's relaxing, it's fun when you're not getting upset with what you're trying to build. And it'd be great to see something she was building. Right, so that's that chap done. His head anyway. That was quite easy, his head on this one. Now I've got his handies. It looks like he's sticking one finger up, but he's not. I'm just trying to. He's got that radio in his hand, so kind of gets in the way of everything. What I will do is I will touch all this up and just before I take photos, because obviously I'm at work tomorrow, so I'd like to get the photos online before I go. It's really hard to see what's the radio and what's the guy's hand. So there will be more touching up to do. For sure. Yeah. You know, the one thing with me when I'm live, you get to see the whole lot, warts and all, as they say. So I do make mistakes touching things that I shouldn't have got paint on, but we'll get it all sorted out. And it will be good. Getting that underneath. I know his hand leans on the tank there. And so on, but still like to get that bit painted. Just in case. One last bit. There. Getting it off. There we go. We've got the chappie there with his hands. He's trying to get it into focus. And he's holding that little radio there. He's going to waffle on that. Get away. I have to get Mum an epic starter kit. Nice, definitely, in it. It's not sure what I would say would be the best starter kit. Hard to say. One of the best starter set kits that I built and had no issues at all, either being it fit issues and all that kind of stuff, because you can get the lovely Spitfire starter set and it's all great until you come to putting the canopy on, and you get little issues like that around on kits. I think my most favourite starter set that I've never had a problem with would be the Sea King, the yellow Sea King helicopter. It's a new tool, everything fits together perfect, and it's lovely detail too. It's about the only starter set so far that I've actually built where I had absolutely no issues with it at all. Evening, Ross. Scale Model Ninja. How you doing, fella? I hope your YouTube channel's going well. I do try and pop along when I get a chance, like I do with everybody else's, and have a little look. You know yourself, because we were talking the other day. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy hectic at the moment. So I'm just going to touch up with a little drop of that black tire rubber black where I've made my little boo-boo mistakes and accidentally touched the colour where I shouldn't have done. Just to clean that up a little. And that's mainly on his uniform. That's it, taken off now. He had a pinky dot on his clothing there, on his overalls. So that's that off. Don't think I made a mistake. Oh yeah, I did. Just a little one on there. Just touch that up. There you go. So that's that off. I think I was alright on that fella, yeah. So that's the thing with the mil specs, you know, you can't brush paint it, it has to be airbrushed. But for touching up, you can just get away with it. There's a little touch up, which is great. Right. Right, if I move that, move that, move that. And we're at 57, so it's just about time to finish in a minute. So what I'm going to do is put that on there, like so. So it's sticky side up. I'm just going to stick these little chappies on there, like that. And my little jerry can on the end there. And hopefully I can hold it and show you the little chappies there. So there they are for now. That's where we're at. Next week we'll do some dry brushing with silver on the jerry cans. And on the black uniforms, I'm going to probably go for I reckon go slightly darker. Olive jab sounds good. Yeah, maybe I'll mist over it just a tiny little bit. So it's like a two-tone maybe, you know, so it's like it's been repainted and repainted kind of look. But we'll see how it goes next week. We'll probably do that next week, and then that'll all be good. Then we'll dry brush a little bit of like a grey on the uniform there, just to pick out the details but not stand right out. And then we'll grubby up them lovely clean hands and stuff, and we'll get them a little bit dirty with a bit of a black wash just to tone that down a little, like I did on the gun barrel. And we should be good. You know how I toned it down with this, if you remember, on the gun barrel there it was a bright tan, and then I toned it down just a little, and I'm going to do that with the pink for the flesh as well. So there's the tank so far, and the steel cable there, and the steel tracks. So all good. So that's pretty much it for now. Yeah, I mean the seam lines are away, you can't really see them now, which is great. We managed to get them out of the way. Give them a suntan on their face. Or so just leave them on the window ledge and let them get a tan. Maybe a bit too light, 50-50 mix. No worries. That was a mixture of a panzer colour, that was a mixture of a panzer green and the NATO green mixed together. So there's still wiggle room to play around with it. But like I say, we'll deal with that next week. So there you go. Anyway, there's my little figures so far. Yeah, and that's it really. That's all I can say. That's what they are, figures. So yeah, all good. So let me see. Camera 1. There you go. So that's it for now. And thanks for watching. It's always nice to have your support, your thumbs up, your likes, your comments, and all that. It's always good to just chat away to you as well. Like I say, that busy working away, it's nice to catch up with you guys and see how you're getting on and whatnot as well. And don't forget, if you've got pictures and you want me to see them, either tag me on them or send them to via messenger on social media, and I'll definitely see it then. When it's in groups, it tends to get lost because by the time I finish work, hundreds of people are posted and whatever, and pictures disappear. But if you tag me, I get a notification. And if I get a notification, then when I'm in my lunch break or whatever, I can get to catch up and see it and say hello and all that kind of thing. So keep in touch that way. It'll be good. All right. No worries. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the sunny evening before I go to work tomorrow. Looks the dog's nuts. Oh, thanks very much, Graham. We're getting there. And like I say, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. And you know how to contact me. Just send me a message and say hi, whatever. I don't mind. And when I'm about, I'll reply. So bye all. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next week. Same time, 7 o'clock. Bye for now.